There's a thing people do when their bank account gets low. They stop checking it, not because they forgot, because they know. And knowing without being able to fix it feels worse than just not looking. So the app stays closed, the notifications stay off. And somewhere in the back of your head, a little voice is running math you didn't ask for. Can I afford this? What's left after rent? If I don't eat out this week, maybe I can cover. That voice is exhausting, and it never really shuts up. I want to talk about that today. Because if that sounds familiar, the problem probably isn't what you think it is. Most people assume they're broke because they don't make enough money. And look, sometimes that's true. I'm not here to tell you income doesn't matter. But here's something worth sitting with. There are people making $80,000 a year who can't cover a $400 emergency. And there are people making $32,000 a year who somehow have 3 months of expenses in a savings account. Same economy, completely different outcomes. The difference isn't income. It's a habit, specifically the habit of keeping money. Most of us were never taught that. Not really. We were told to save, sure, but how to actually build that reflex from scratch, from zero, when you're already behind. Nobody covers that part. So people try. They download a budgeting app, they make a spreadsheet, they swear this month is different. And then life happens, a car thing, a medical thing, I just needed that thing and the money's gone, and now they feel like they failed on top of being broke. That's a brutal combination, and it's not your fault. You've heard the advice, we all have. Make a budget, track your spending, save 20% of everything you earn. Here's my issue with that. All of it assumes you already have margin. It assumes your income is predictable. It assumes nothing unexpected is about to happen this month. It's like a gym trainer telling someone who's never worked out, just do an hour of cardio every morning and lift 4 days a week. Technically correct, completely useless. Because the person who hasn't built the habit yet, who's out of shape, exhausted, starting from zero, they don't need a perfect program. They need one thing they can actually do, consistently, until their body starts to believe it's capable of more. Money works the same way. You don't need a perfect budget right now. You need a starting point that's so small, so undeniable, that your brain can't argue with. That's what the $10 habit is. The rule is this. Every time money comes into your life, every single time you move $10 into a separate savings account, that's it. Paycheck, $10 moves. Side hustle payment, $10 moves. Sold something, $10 moves. Got a Venmo from your friend for that dinner, $10 moves. No percentages, no spreadsheets. One rule, one action. Now, I already know the first thing you're thinking. $10? That's not going to do anything. And you're right, in a sense. $10 a week isn't going to change your life financially, not on its own. But that's not what this is about. This is about training the reflex. Right now, the reflex most people have is money comes in, money goes out, account hits zero, repeat. That cycle has been running so long, it's basically automatic. It's the default. The $10 habit interrupts the default. It introduces one moment every single time money arrives where you choose to keep something, where the account doesn't just go back to zero. And over time, that moment compounds, not just financially, mentally. Step 1, open a new account. Today, not later. Not after you research which bank has the best interest rate. That's procrastination with extra steps. Just open one. Most banks let you do it in under 5 minutes online. The key, it has to be separate from the account you use every day. That separation matters. You want a small amount of friction between you and that money, not because you're not allowed to touch it, but because you don't want to accidentally spend it on a Tuesday. Name the account something real, not savings. Call it the floor, or get free, or don't touch this. Something that means something to you. Because every time you open that app and see that name, it's a reminder of what you're building, not just a number. Step 2, pick your trigger. When does the $10 move? Be specific. Every time I get paid is a trigger. Any deposit over $50 is a trigger. Every Friday, if I earned anything that week, is a trigger. The trigger just needs to be clear. Your brain needs a when, not just a why. Step 3, do it manually, every time. I know what every financial expert says, automate everything. And eventually, yes, but not yet. Right now, you need to feel the action. You need to open the app, look at what came in, and move the $10 yourself. Because that 30-second moment is doing something. Your brain is learning. Money came in, and I kept some of it. That connection between the action and the result is what builds the habit. Automation skips it. You need to feel this one, at least at the start. Here's what nobody talks about when they discuss saving money. It's not really about the number, not at first. The thing that changes first is the relationship between you and money, between you and your own bank app. Most people look at their banking app and feel one of two things, dread or nothing. There's no reason to feel good about it because there's no progress to see. But when you start saving even $10 at a time, something flips. Suddenly, there's a number that only goes up, a little account that exists specifically because you chose to build it. You start opening the app differently. Instead of avoiding it, you're checking to see the progress. And that shift from avoidance to engagement changes how every other financial decision feels too. Think about the last time something broke: a phone, a tire, an appliance, and you had no money for it. That helpless feeling, the scramble, the credit card you didn't want to use. Now imagine the same thing happens, and you've got $600 sitting in that account. The problem is the same, but the experience is completely different. It's just a problem, not a crisis. That's the real return on the $10 habit, not the $10, the calm. Here's how this tends to play out. You start moving $10. Life doesn't fall apart. Your brain notices. So you try $20 on a good week. Still fine. Then 1 month you look at that account and there's $200 in it. And you think, I did that. I built that from nothing. And something shifts, because $200 isn't a ton of money, but it's proof that you can do this, and proof is powerful. From there, people tend to push further, not because someone told them to, because they want to, because the habit is working and the momentum is real. Here's a loose roadmap. Level 1, build the $10 habit. Don't worry about the amount, just prove you can be consistent. Level 2, increase when it feels comfortable. $20 on better weeks, $30 on great ones. Level 3, first real target, $1,000. That's your something broke and it's fine money. Level 4, 3 months of essentials. That's your real cushion. Rent, food, utilities multiplied by 3. That number becomes your goal. You don't need to get there fast. You just need to move. $10 at a time. Don't compare your $400 to someone else's $40,000. Irrelevant. You're not racing them. You're racing the version of yourself from last month who had 0. Don't panic if you use the money. That's what it's there for. A car breaks. You dip into savings. That's not failure. That's the system working. You just rebuild it. And the second time is always faster because the habit is already there. And don't wait until you're making more. That version of more has a way of always being just out of reach. There will always be another bill, another thing, another reason to delay. Start with what's in your account right now. The difference between having nothing saved and having $500 saved isn't really $500. It's the difference between looking at your banking app with dread and looking at it with something closer to peace. It's small, but it's real, and it starts with one move. Open the account. Name it something that means something to you. Set your trigger. Move the first $10 before you close this video. That's it. That's the whole thing. If this hit different, hit subscribe. I drop videos on this channel about money habits that actually make sense for real people, not hypothetical ones. Drop a 10 in the comments if you're starting today, and tell me what you're naming that account. Next video, I'm going to show you what happens after you've built the habit. The next move that takes these small wins and turns them into something bigger. Don't miss that one.